Californians overwhelmingly voted to keep Gavin Newsom as their governor instead of handing the governorship to Trump-supporting radio host Larry Elder.
It was really not about the pandemic. It was about some of the divisiveness in the Republican Party.
The Republican Party nowadays is a sprint to crazy.
Well, the media taking aim at the Republican Party as a whole while praising Governor Gavin Newsom for surviving the recall election.
Here to react, Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, you just heard the reaction. Is this an indication of what we can expect from the media in 2022? A focus on the Republican Party and not on the issues?
It would be harder to do, I think, Pyro, in 2022 because that's more of a national level, right, as far as the midterms and all those states and all those races. But general theme, yes, you're probably correct. And look, this is no shock, right? You have Gavin Newsom winning in a deep blue state. Him winning is like beating the Jets. He did what he was supposed to do in a state controlled by his own party. I didn't say the Eagles, right, because they won last week, Mealy, so there you go for you.
The Giants
but still. But still, look, it's being treated as some sort of indicator, this victory, that all is well with the Biden administration and the Democratic agenda. It's not. Joe Biden won California by nearly 30 points, and it has 2 Democratic senators. Its leaders include Newsom, Pelosi, Feinstein, Schiff, Eric Swalwell on Twitter, Alyssa Milano, there's your leader there. And the fact that the president and the vice president, and Biden and Harris, along with other major Democratic politicians like Liz Warren, need to travel 3,000 miles to campaign for Newsom just to help him survive speaks volumes, guys.
Okay, but I mean, he did pull this out. I mean, he did win this. So
easily.
With that in mind, easily, yeah. So with that in mind, and media aside, I'm just talking about general elections here. Do you think that this is a bellwether for other states going into the midterms? And with that as the backdrop, what do Republicans need to do with their messaging over the course of the next year to maybe get that back on track?
Mealy, I would say that if this was Pennsylvania or Wisconsin or Ohio or Michigan or Arizona, those states that decide elections, and we saw a result like this, then I'd say, yeah, that's a bellwether. Boy, that's a bad indicator for Republicans in 2022 in terms of their messaging. But here, look, the other usual suspects on cable news, they could celebrate. They could bash the red team because practice makes perfect, and the ratings reflect just how predictable that has become. But the celebrations won't take away the fact of what's happening in, say, California, for example. Rampant homelessness, rising crime, high taxes won't go away. It is one of the biggest states in terms of exodus from its state in the union outside of New York. So, look, Republicans, I think, just need to go back to the old Ronald Reagan formula of, 1980. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Are you paying more to live in your particular state? Do you feel safer in your particular state? And are you thinking of leaving your state? Because what we're seeing on a national level is inflation is a big concern, obviously. Crime is a big concern, obviously. Foreign policy, terrorism, Afghanistan, that is a big concern, and obviously the U.S. border. I think if those 4 issues, along with education, are still the big issues in 2022 and 2024, then Republicans have a winning hand because Democrats aren't doing well in any of those categories right now.
Okay. Joe Concha, good to see you this morning. Have a good day.
Great to see you as well. And Todd, a very conservative tie today, I see. So I know the viewers are happy. I'm happy. And Mealy is certainly happy.
You threatened me with a pink tie on Twitter. We have our Twitter conversations after the show.
Oh, really?
We talk about the ties. Yeah, it's a thing. And you threatened me. So that's why I went Navy today.
Wow.
Tomorrow, I'm going to go solid everything. I'm going to just look as boring as possible for you.
See what I miss when I don't go on Twitter?
Yeah, right.
Joe, thank you.
Joe.
Wow.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.